It's interesting too, is I haven't seen a study like this done within the data center industry, but across general populations on B2B and business to business and business to consumer. They rank trustworthy occupations, and things like nurses, elementary school teachers, police officers, members of the military consistently rank really high on trust. And you can guess when a cynical IT professional is looking at, would they rather hang around with a technologist or someone in a sales and marketing role? So increasingly, I've been giving advice to people for years to reconsider the job titles of sales professionals that are on their email signature and on their LinkedIn profile and on their business cards. But it's a commitment too among their employers to invest in the professional development. So they really are more like true consultants, true advisors, and actually be able to add value at a completely different level. Because you're right, like no one is showing up to an initial meeting anymore to have a salesperson read slides to them or read the website to them. That those days are, there's a video they can press and watch. You know, they don't need to book time and put themselves through a sales process just for that. It's got to level up quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. I often tell the story that a salesperson who would show up and the only thing they could do was talk to me with slides, that they would not make it past slide 3 before I left the meeting. And I've done that a few times, which, right, is the physical representation of getting a point across that I don't need. I'm educated enough, my team is educated to read your bullet points, right? It's like you said, people need to come in ready for a true consultative dialogue, not an exchange of bullet points that, like you said, I can, with a quick Google search, I can go find your product. I can find a solution. I can find all of this information. It's let's go on a journey and let's feel good together.
Yeah, and after a while, once your company has worked with enough similar kinds of clients, the pattern recognition, the muscle memory with all of it, the kinds of things that the prospects and clients want to hear is, oh yeah, typically when we've engaged with network managers of manufacturing companies roughly your size, these are typically the struggles that they go through to get alignment. These are the challenges that an internal champion usually faces around budget and timelines and internal buy-in and collaboration across teams. And there's usually these 2, 3, 4 other people that when you can proactively anticipate the questions that they should be asking that they haven't even quite gotten to there yet, not only does it show a massive amount of credibility and expertise and help, but in many cases, it really accelerates the journey along the way in a value-added way, as opposed to a traditional approach of just wanting to accelerate and close faster for their own selfish reasons.
100%, right? It's never a, hey, so what do I have to tell you to get your money, right? That's not what customers are looking for. I have found a significant impact in, moving the relationship forward when I'm actually the first to ask the question that's at the tip of their tongue. Right, to be able to proactively ask them that question, and then they can turn around with a surprised look and say, that was the next thing I was going to ask you, and be able to say, great, here's my thoughts and insights, what are yours? And right, be able to continue that dialogue, because customers have so much, or everyone in this space has so much information sitting at their fingertips, and it's up to us in these roles to be able to help them to weed through and to consolidate in a concise way all of that information to help them make a good and fast decision, right? Because we all know in the data center space that there's very little time for delay, but you also are extremely penalized if you make a very wrong decision, even if all of your inputs that led you to that choice were correct, right? But we just live in a space that everything is moving what feels like instantaneously. And if I make the wrong decision and Joshua, you make the right one, my customer, right, the market will instantly swing your way. And I might then be submitting my resume to you in this market, right? It's just an interesting space and fun to play in.
Yeah. And on top of that, the expectations around immediate gratification are like off the charts. So yeah, it's being able to address all of those and still add value to clients and still achieve your team's goal, your individual goals, your team's goals, your company's goals. And yeah, it's certainly a lot of challenges.